All right, so we're gonna cover the season 5 patch notes for a little bit of multiplayer and some zombies. We do know that we kind of are getting new weapons with the season stuff, and then at the end, I wanted to talk about the super Easter egg or the super Easter egg possible rewards. So we are right now here on the patch notes. We obviously have the welcome to season 5. The Rogue Black Ops team is reinstated with the CIA, hunting down the final Pantheon moles. Stop the enemy at all costs while deploying to explosive, new, and reimagined multiplayer maps. Breach, Janus Towers in this epic finale of Black Ops 6 Zombies, will new weapons and gear, and much more. Season 5 launches tomorrow, August 7th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So, we're just going to shoot down to the zombies. So we already kind of know a lot of this stuff's coming. I am super hyped. But, new map, Reckoning. Looming over the once sleepy settlement of Liberty Falls, the Project Janus headquarters, 3 edifices known locally as Janus Towers, now teeters on the verge of collapse. Maps. Address an issue where players would take damage while standing on a coffin in Citadel de Mor. Address an issue where zombies would not drop down near the dumpster in Pump and Pay in Liberty Falls. Whoa. Zombies would not drop down near the dumpster. I never noticed that. Close an exploit where players were able to reach a safe spot using Ether Shroud in Liberty Falls. Ooh, I feel like I know which one that is. But I'm glad they kind of fixed that. Modes. Address an issue where the grief capture zone was not showing for players who joined a match in progress. Address an issue where players were not receiving the correct amount of essence and reserve ammo when joining a grief match in progress. Address an issue where the crafting table would display the self-revive limit as 3 instead of 1 in grief. Wow, I've never even noticed that, nor do I even really play grief. Address an issue where the dark flare beam will remain active while the player's weapon is being swapped during weapon carousel grief. Never noticed that as well, but for the people who have had those bugs, those are going to be fixed tomorrow. Weapons. Address an issue where the additional explosion from Shatter's blast chain augment would detonate on a zombie instead of the initial detonation point. Address an issue where players may receive the same weapon twice in a row in the mystery box. Ooh, that's actually good, because if you guys ever hit the box and you get like the Tonto, and then literally next one you'd get the Tonto. Or like me in some of my games where I would use, like, say a Gobblegum to get, say, the ray gun. Use the Wonder Bar. You would hit it, get the ray gun, use the respin cycle, and get the same ray gun, which was a pain. Next, we got address an issue where players would not receive ammo on the left weapon when purchasing a wall buy with an akimbo zombie build. Addressed an issue where Shadow Rift may warp zombies outside of the church during the lockdown event in Liberty Falls. Again, a lot of these I've never noticed, but if you've noticed them, they're now fixed. So for the perks, we got addressed an issue where players are able to trigger Juggernog's reactive armor augment using PhD Flopper. I've never heard of that. Addressed an issue that prevented the user's perk order to be maintained after using mutant injection. Addressed an issue where Death Perception's extra change augment lacks SFX when used on certain machines. Addressed an issue where Melee Macchiato's hidden impact augment would refill ammo on certain support items. What? No. Really? They finally fixed that to now you can't have, like, say, unlimited ammo for streaks? That's so lame, if that's what I'm understanding here. Address an issue where the player's fist may not appear when using Melee Macchiato. Field upgrades. Address an issue where players are able to charge their field upgrade rapidly when leaving and rejoining the match in progress during a quest step. Address an issue where trials would progress when getting kills with Frenzy Guard's Retribution augment. Addressed an issue where the player was not able to activate the Pack Punch machine after picking up the Blood Ethereum Crystal while Dark Flare was active. Again, a lot of these I haven't noticed, but dude, that one where Melee Macchiato you can't refill ammo on support items, that is not good, I don't think. Score streaks. Address an issue where the AFK timer would be active while using a support item. Address an issue where the Chopper Gunner would face the wrong direction in Shattered Veil. Yeah, I don't really know about those. We got Gobblegums. Address an issue where the Free Fire Gobblegum would not apply to the left-handed weapon with the Akimbo attachment. Enemies. Address an issue where the player's arm will be misaligned during the Amalgam game over scene. We got some stability, UI. Okay, so if we go to zombies, right, this is all like the bugs, okay? Multiplayer, or if we actually go to global, we can go down, we can see like Ricochet, anti-cheat, but dude, this has zero thing to do with zombies, right? But here we go. We got some of the weapon buffs, so we can see the Goblin, a little bit of range. It's not really much of a change, so let's see. All the primary shotguns are receiving important improvements to their mid and minimum damage ranges to help with their consistency beyond very close quarters encounters. Okay, again, not really something we need. The Olympia's performance in Season 4 Reloaded is an example of the power level we do not want to maintain with the shotguns in Black Ops 6, but we feel that there is an appropriate level in between for the class sit. Okay. Let's see. We're getting some range buffs for the Marine, ASG, Maelstrom, ADS spread improvement from 3.45 to 3.35. Okay, so going back to what they stated about the Olympia and how they don't want that, the Olympia should be like that because of the reload. You should be able to one-hit enemies when you have to reload after every 2 shots and it takes a few seconds to reload. There shouldn't be like a, oh, we can't have this. Like, no, it shouldn't hit like the Maelstrom. It just shouldn't. The Fang 82 has continued to see lower usage when compared to the other LMGs. Its lower rate of fire can make full auto weapons less forgiving, but typically we balance that with an exceptional time to kill and good performance at range. In the case of the Fang 82, the range at which the exceptional TTK was available was very short, especially for the LMG class. This change almost doubles the range where headshots matter most. Okay, so we're seeing range. I don't really know how good range is in zombies, like what good that does. So I can't really tell you guys, but seeing a lot of that here. Same for some of these weapons. We're seeing a little bit of an additional adjustments for some of these. We got fire rate improved from 375 rounds per minute to 400 rounds per minute for the 9mm PM. That will be good for zombies. I'll definitely test that out. The Grechova's getting buffed. I'll probably use the Grechova again. GS45, Strider, everything's getting buffed. As mentioned in the opening note, the Olympia is receiving some significant nerfs to reduce its effectiveness at longer ranges. These come in the form of actual range reductions, I'm sorry, I can't really speak today for some reason, as well as almost a 25% increase to ADS spread. Players will find that they may need to rely on both shots to take down targets at medium range. On the flip side, the short barrel is seeing improvements to its range and handling. This attachment was outshined by the default barrel, but with the changes to the base configuration and these improvements, we hope to make it viable. Aggressive alternative. Okay. Range, yeah, we're seeing a little bit of nerfs. Don't look too big, but it surely will be. This is for like mostly multiplayer people. But yeah, so that's that's kind of the guns and everything. Pretty much zombies right now, what we can see is just some bug fixes, a lot of bug fixes actually. So if you were experiencing some issues, hopefully they were fixed. But now I want to go ahead and cover the Super Easter Egg, which is actually pretty interesting. The Super Easter Egg is something we have been hoping that will return in Black Ops 6 following the final map, which is Janus Towers or The Reckoning, right? Which basically the Super Easter Egg is if you complete every single map's Easter egg, you can complete the final one and then complete an even harder version of the final one, which then will unlock you rewards. Like you start every game with a Perkaholic, you start every game with golden armor from the tomb, or you start every game with 10,000 essence, or you get camos, operators, stuff like this we hope to see, and we really thought we were gonna see that. Now, in the patch notes today and previously, there wasn't any. You know, in the roadmap, there was no like, hey, we're gonna do a Super Easter egg. Now, this could be very secretive, which it probably would be, right? And it probably is. So shout out to Mr. Dalek JD. They were on a call today. I don't really know too much about it, but he did put on Twitter that Treyarch commented on the Super Easter egg in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I cannot comment on that. All I can say is I'm excited to see people complete the main quest tomorrow. I think that will give a good indication of what's happening next. So, two ways this could go. This could mean a Super Easter egg, or they could just be talking about how this story is going to continue, right? So, this could be very interesting. Now, we really will only know tomorrow once we do actually get the Easter egg completed and we can kind of see. Funny thing enough, they can make this to where the Easter egg is extremely challenging and it's a completely different thing than the main Easter egg that we are going to do. So they could be implying, you know, maybe something is going to happen whenever we complete it or whatever it is. Now, we don't really know. It's just kind of an interesting idea tomorrow, which if you guys are watching this video and The Reckoning is already out, you guys will probably already know, but it's pretty cool. So that this idea is finally recircling back and spinning in the day before release. I want you guys to go down in the comment section below, and if they do have a Super Easter egg by completing all the maps and completing all the main quests and then doing the final or the finale Easter egg, what would be a good reward? What would you hope to see? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's a very quick one. I just wanted to hop in, share the patch notes, talk a little bit, kind of share my excitement for tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you guys tomorrow on Janus Towers. I'm out. Have a good one.